We're live. Hello everybody, this is going to be Bonanze and Nodscouter, giving you a special good today. Unfortunately, the whole stream situation was a little bit out of the question due to some bad connection issues. So today, we're going to be having a recording, and we will set that up later for you guys to watch so you can see whatever improvements you need to make. So for now, let's go ahead and get our first two players in here, shall we, Nod?
Yes, they have been invited. I hope they're watching chat. Yeah, Dynamic is in here.
Okay, sweet.
The Overarcher probably...
Oh, there he was, and there he went.
Yeah. There goes my hero.
There
Aim for the bushes.
my hero. That was a great scene.
No, it was an excellent scene, yes. It made that entire movie what it is.
Yeah. Alright. We're gonna be getting back into the action here.
Yeah, so let's hope this time it works.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time.
Yeah, the first time. There's nothing happened, guys.
There's nothing to worry about. We have always been at War of East Asia.
Yep.
Same kids. Sorry,
Same kids.
I don't know what's wrong with
Same
me.
kids.
Alright, getting a lot of lag on my end all of a sudden.
Alright, well, I'm good on my end, so at least we got that going for us. So, starting off, gonna get a good low confirm, but immediately kind of just stops his combo and decides to jump up. Kind of an odd choice. Raw bypass is gonna get punished. And yeah, we're starting to see some combos. That's good. Resets right into the Daisy Pusher. Not really a great reset, but it worked, so can't really fault him on that. The issue with Daisy Pusher, however, is that if your opponent is paying attention, they can jump out of it straight away. Not an actual reset there. And lots of raw bypasses from Dino Kid. I don't think I like that. Those could be punished easily if the overt starts blocking them. Also, Nod, you still there?
Yes, I got dropped out.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, what matters here is that I'm still in, and the overt getting some work done right now with some squiggly combos, but Dino Kid keeps connecting with these raw bypasses. But I don't want that to become a bad habit for him, because raw bypass is really not a great tool. I mean, sure, it's useful in some situations, but you need to use it sparingly, and you need to be able to make it safe with scalpels. Especially in an air bypass situation. And the overt's gonna take the first game with just, I want to say superior comboing. Which is often the theme, is that the player who knows what to do better off of their few hits that they get will often win.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very useful. It's very useful not to have to see what kind of attacks can lead you into your BNB, even if it's not a long BNB. Just being able to convert something that just alone does, like, say 200 damage into something that does 3000 damage is excellent on its own.
Yeah, exactly.
And an excellent stepping stone to further techniques, if you will.
Yep, exactly. You need to be able to get whatever mileage you can off of whatever hit you can.
Alright, Danik is going to be going to Cerebella Valentine. And the Vert's going to start off with some teabagging. So yeah, we're seeing some heavy dive kicks here. Once again, you want to go for the medium dive kicks in neutral most of the time. Light dive kicks are also used a lot, of course, mostly for cancelling when you notice that your jumping heavy punch is missed. But the medium dive kick you can combo off of. So that's what I will be using in neutral. It's also a great case that medium dive kick is much more likely to hit than heavy dive kick and much less punishable. But also, it does not consume your OTG if you wish to use that in your combo.
Yep. OTG often allows you to get a lot of extra damage that you normally wouldn't, and there we see another raw bypass.
He did know that. He was like, Dynamic was actually blocking high there though, so it wasn't a true punish. But good to see Vert trying to take advantage of Dynamic's failure. Should not be using a crushing heavy punch. Ground heavy moves are not really something you use that close when your opponent's in neutral as well. you'll get hit during startup. If you don't get hit during startup, you'll get hit during wind down.
Yep.
Even though Skullgirls crushing heavy punch is a very good move compared to a lot of crushing heavy punches, it's also a case that simply crushing light kick or crushing medium kick is going to do the same job better.
Yep, that is, I definitely agree. While crouching hard punch is good, I wouldn't really be using it too much in just plain neutral, unless you have a plan behind it and a stance already.
Yeah, and once again, I think I definitely agree with your earlier assessment, even though I didn't get to see that match, that Diort is winning this simply because he is able to convert extra damage off of a lot of hits he gets.
Yep, exactly.
The Dine Kid is not showing quite the same amount of combo potential with his Valentine, and Diort's gonna go back to Misfortune for his third game.
Yep.
Both very respectful going back, both of them.
Yep.
I would personally, if you're gonna go for a cautious start, unless you're against, say, Big Band, I would start by jumping up and jumping back and blocking, simply because there are some, for example, there's some players who start by running up and hitting lower.
Yep.
And simply jumping up in the air gives you a bit of defense versus that.
That is true.
Melee Vile, once again, needs less of that.
And, yep, raw bypasses all over the place.
Yeah. There's an interesting use of standing high kick from, standing heavy kick, sorry, from Dynamite actually. This is one of those times where a ground, you could actually use a ground heavy for a good purpose. Very nice push block.
Yep, and he's getting caught by the overheads now.
Yeah, okay. Free cat scratches. You need to finish with either a cat slide or a overhead. Most of the time the overhead simply because it's very safe. But if you notice that your opponent is consistently blocking high, a cat slide could be a worthwhile risk.
Yep. Cat slide can also be made safe if you have an assist or something of that nature, just to extend the block string.
Ooh.
And match level 1's gonna connect, but
yeah, I did not see a
that was a very easily blockable mash though.
Yeah.
The overt wasn't really pressing an attack; he just kind of wasn't blocking. And yeah, that could have been a punish there too. There's lots of moves here that can be punished. So, to describe what a punish is, would you like to take that opportunity?
Yes, essentially, a lot of moves. For example, most of the time, a lot of the heavies, especially grounded heavies, they're what we call negative and block, which means that the amount of time it takes for that move to wind down and take you back to a neutral game is longer than the blocks that need to flex on your opponent, which means that after you have blocked and come back to neutral, you can punish it, which means you can just do usually a light punch and just get a full combo going simply because your opponent used a move that was too heavy for the situation.
Indeed, well put. And so what we want to be seeing is more punishing on these negative moves that we're seeing, like bypasses, very negative on block.
Yep.
And on whiff. On whiff is even more negative, since your opponent isn't even put into block stun. So
yeah. So, and of course the sort of thing you need to learn from this is that if you find that if you use this move a lot of the time and you end up getting punished for it, that usually means you should not be using it in neutral most of the time.
All right, is Mercenary up next or?
Yep, Mercenary versus games. So for example, like a lot of the time we see from beginner big bands is just heavy brass knuckles on top of heavy brass knuckles. And at times we get to see the wonderful view of someone trying to punish a blocked heavy brass knuckles using his own heavy brass knuckles, and we just get that exchange for a while. That's both a case of like this is a move you should be very, very careful with using in neutral, outside of combos and such, and it's also not the kind of move. It's far, far too slow to use it as a punish. If you're like simply because when you get a counter hit, which means basically you hit your opponent during his move. Is the simplest way to describe that, I suppose. You get extra damage and you get extra andisi, which means you can make longer combos out of it. This means that like a lot of the time, that means you can, for example, use a heavy move. Like if you block something that is very, very unsafe, like a supersonic jazz, you can use a medium or even a heavy move in such situations to maximize the damage. But when you're new to the game and you're not entirely sure what moves are great for punching, I would suggest just going for a normal standing light punch.
Yep, because the optimizations kind of come later, but for now, just know what you can punish, and you'll often get a lot of mileage off of it.
Yep. We're gonna have our first free team after Knight versus a duo. Oh, Mercenary might...
Oh, no, he's here.
Possibly some controller troubles, but it looks fine.
Yeah, we're back. We're good. And Game's gonna be getting in there. Oh, no! Crosses himself up there.
Yeah, unfortunate. Gotta be very, very careful with... Robofortune's jumping heavy kick can be a double-edged sword, simply because of the way it ends up accidentally going under or above your opponent when you don't want it to. There was an attempt at a raw level 1 beam. Would not recommend that. Beowulf tag gets blocked, I'm impressed.
Yeah, it gets blocked, but he doesn't punish like we were just talking about.
Yeah, that comes later, I suppose.
Yep.
Misses the chair, unfortunately. I think he could have hit that if he walked back and simply did a Grendel killer.
Yep. Well, Beowulf gonna get the kill.
Yeah, it's gonna work out eventually. So here we get to see the big bang, so we might be seeing some heavy brass knuckle punish. A-train, when you're that close, should not be done. Simply, we also see the heavy brass knuckle. See, the games could just get a free punish there. So
yeah.
very, very nice punch from games. But yeah, A-train is one of those moves that you definitely need some distance to utilize properly. You should not be throwing it out when you're in melee range.
And we're gonna see 3 DHCs for the kill here.
Alright, very nice use of DHCs. Spending the meter when you know you can kill.
Yep.
Game's
4
taking
meter
up
there,
pretty
that was,
dominantly.
yeah, with 4 meter there, that's plenty of damage to kill off Big Band, even without having a very efficient combo there. So, very well played by games.
Yep. If you're confident that you can kill, then it really does not matter how much meter you spend on it.
Exactly.
There's nothing worse than dying with rainbow meter.
And, you know, it's a thing that's often, I say, but keep it simple super. Don't try to go for something fancy when you know that you can kill with meter.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you want to optimize something like, if you know that you're going to have to spend meter to kill anyways, just spend the meter earlier. But, like, if you want to be able to save a bar of meter, you can try to go for something fancier. It's very dependent, but if the general rule of thumb is if you can kill with meter, just go ahead, because risking dropping it and having a bad day is not great.
Yeah, and it's also a case that if you don't feel confident that you can do a combo properly, then and you feel that you could do a simpler combo, even when that spends meter to kill, then there's no reason not to do the simpler combo. Mercenary is going to be switching back to solo big band, which is a frequent sight here at Get Good.
Yep.
Alright. I think he was going for a standing medium kick there. Judging by the voice, I think he was going for a standing medium kick in melee, and that's another time where, even if it's not quite as bad as going for a standing heavy punch in neutral, then it's still better to do something like a crouch kick or something.
And
so
I just have one
as much as
comment.
we say, yeah, okay,
before you say anything. Whenever I see a Valentine do a ground grab and then immediately go into stand medium punch, I die a little bit on the inside. Guys,
Yeah,
please, in Skullgirls, there's a thing called damage scaling, and damage scaling essentially means that for each hit you do less damage. So, Valentine's grab allows you to easily follow up with basically whatever normal you want. You can even go straight into launcher before your combo. And those extra hits from the medium punch already scaled your further scaled combo because you grabbed. Grab sets it to 50, and then every hit after that decreases it by like what? I think it's like
it's 7.5.
Yeah,
like
7.5.
It's times 0.875.
Yeah, it's something about like 8%.
Yeah, and the even worse, of course, is that Valentine is known for scaling. Like most of her normals hit at like 3 to 6 times or something like that. There's a lot of hits there, so you've got to be very, very careful about how combo scaling when you're playing Valentine. Also note to Big Man, I saw that he followed up an SSJ. As much as we say keep it simple, super, all that, he followed up a grab from SSJ, which is, first of all, it's not a great move simply because the SSJ then is already scaled a lot simply because of the grab, but also you can follow up a Big Man's ground throw. You can simply follow it up with a light or a medium. SSJ in block strings we do not want to see. But yes, you can follow up Big Man's ground throw for a light or medium giant step, and then following it up with something like crushing medium kick or crushing light kick. Yeah, there again, the result. They do not get a lot of value out of that 1 meter. You don't get you could have.
Oh, and SSJ
wow.
Not actually invincible on startup, it actually just has
Yep.
armor. It is invincible, but I think it's a very small number of frames.
Yep, it's very, very short.
DHC that early, but that should still actually did not kill.
Yeah.
A little bit of a mistake there.
He could definitely let that go further. You can, I believe you can DHC throughout every frame of Robofortune Super now.
Yep, you should be able to DHC throughout every frame of most moves now.
Yeah,
They've all
so
been
there's
adjusted.
no need to rush it.
Yep, no need to rush.
No need to rush.
Takes the match anyways, even on top of that small mistake. So, while we're talking, why don't you go ahead and explain why it's not a great idea to end a block stream with an unsafe move? Not. Are you still there? Uh-oh. Did we lose Nodscouter? Oh no.
User in your channel timed out.
This is not good. I believe we lost Nodscouter. Alright, unfortunately,
User entered your channel.
alrighty. Well, unfortunately, Nodscouter is gonna be, muted for a second here.
Error.
Yeah, I'll have to try to sort this out, but, yeah.
I am a real Canopian.
Everybody warmed up? Showtime!
Alright, getting back in. Mercenary going to be switching up to solo Parasol real quick here. And,
120
as we can see here, Game's going for the frame trap from the gigantic arm into the super. But while we're talking about that, I guess we can take some time to talk about block strings. So a block string is a chain of moves together that forces your opponent into block stun continuously so that they cannot perform an action. Is the simple definition of a block string. Now, block strings typically can't go on forever through various means in Skullgirls, whether or not it be the move you have to end the block string with, is either not safe, or has a small gap in it, or your opponent can simply push block. So, a variety of reasons why a block string will end, but ending a block string unsafely is typically a bad idea, because your opponent will punish you. And getting punished sucks because they get a free combo or whatever, and it's not great. So, when you have a block string, you're typically going to want to end this block string in something safe. And there's a variety of moves that do that, but the best way I could tell you to find out what move is safe and what move is not safe is to check it out either on a wiki, look it up in training mode yourself, there's plenty of options to see, or just ask somebody. But for now, we're going to end that, and we're going to get Nodscouter back in chat real quick.
Time hour revoked. User joined your channel.
Hello.
Alright, we've got Nodscouter back. Unfortunately, the listen is not going to be working anymore, since we had to change channels because of an unfortunate disconnect. But, these things happen.
Right, and we should be getting Coco versus Taito in here.
Yep. Coco and Taito should be on deck.
And it does not seem like Dead Fred has returned yet, so this should be the last match of Get Good Europe for this week.
Yep, and let's see if I can find Omnix.
He is in chat, so yeah.
Alright, so we should be Coco and who were we waiting on? Tired Ocean, correct?
Yes, he is in he's in chat. He's a bit confused, so I'll give him a second. He should be getting in here.